The diplomatic ties between the Republic of Korea and the Republic of Azerbaijan was established in 1992 and passed through the great course of development over the past 26 years. Today, Korean Ambassador to Azerbaijan Kim Chang-gyu will talk to Frankly Speaking about the current situation and future prospects of bilateral political, economic and energy cooperation between the two countries. Hello, Mr. Ambassador.
Hello.
Mr. Ambassador, how would you characterize the 26 years of cooperation between Korea and Azerbaijan?
I would like to characterize our last 26 years of cooperation as a preparation period, because we have been cut off from each other for so long time. So we need preparation for our cooperation. During the last 26 years, we exchanged delegation, including state visit, and also we concluded many treaties and agreement, which is legal infrastructure for our sustainable cooperation. And also we try to exchange people with visa facilitation procedures. And also we have been organizing many cultural events which contributed a lot for deepening our mutual understanding. I think mutual understanding is most important for the sustainable development of our cooperation, especially bilateral area. I think we did a very good job. We laid a very firm foundation for our sustainable cooperation in the last 26 years.
So, Mr. Ambassador, what could you say about the current situation of economic cooperation between the two countries?
As I said, we made a good job because we have not known each other until the collapse of the Soviet Union. We made a very successful progress in our cooperation. But I think we must not stay here. We must go forward with our cooperation, because we have a very huge potential for cooperation, because our industrial structure is very complementary between each other. And also we share the linguistic background as Altai language-speaking countries, nations. We are culturally similar, so I think our potential for cooperation is really big. So we need try to our best to exploit the huge potential of the cooperation. Country is now implementing industry diversification policy. Because Korean industry are very diversified, and also we are very successful with that. So I think when we share our knowledges and skills and technologies, information about it, I'm sure that we will benefit from it mutually.
So, Mr. Ambassador, what can you say about the role of the Joint Korea-Azerbaijan Economic Committee in expansion of investment and trade?
Usually in the bilateral economic relations, the joint committee very important because they are reviewing the achievements, and they are discussing ideas and action plan to go forward with each other. In 2016, we had our first session of joint committee. It was very successful. 6 deputy ministers from 6 ministries had partaken in the first session of the joint committee. They frankly discussed the action plan, and they frankly assessed our achievement, pros and cons, and we agreed on many projects in industrial area, and also even education and medical service. I would like to evaluate it. It was very successful, and I would like to say in this year we'll have second round of the joint committee. Our government already.
In 2018?
Yeah, right. At the second half of this year.
What's your opinion about the industry diversification policy of Azerbaijan? How can Korean companies promote Azerbaijan in this regard?
Yeah, as I said, your government is now implementing industry diversification policy. I would like to highly appreciate the policy, because if your people want to have sustainable and healthy industrial structure, your people need industries very diversified, because when industry is focused on one sector, especially the energy sector, we cannot say that it is sustainable. So I think it is high time for your government to proceed with it, because it will make your economy healthier and more sustainable. As I mentioned to you, Korean economy already very much diversified and very successful. So we have been accumulating very rich experience about it. So, and also your people also have experience in the course of industry diversification. So we can share our experience, information, and technologies, and then we can help each other to be more prosperous in our economy.
So as you have mentioned the energy sector of Azerbaijan, what can you say about the energy cooperation, and how do you find the business environment in this country?
I think the cooperation in the area of energy between our countries is very prospective. Our company, Samsung Engineering, is now building petrochemical facility in Sungait. It is a Sungait fertilizer complex. It will be completed by the end of this year. I would like to call it one outstanding example of the cooperation, successful cooperation between our countries. And I would like to highly appraise your improvement of business environment. Recently, many business environment assessment companies, they are also highly appraised your business environment. It really impressively developing. So many Korean businessmen also recognize it. They are turning their eyes to Azerbaijan. So I'm sure that I'm also working very hard to invite Korean businessmen to here. With the good business environment, I'm sure that Korean business will come here more and more.
So, Mr. Ambassador, transportation infrastructure is also a mutually beneficial field of cooperation. In 2016, the first train loaded with Korean cargo sent through China arrived in Azerbaijan. How do you evaluate Azerbaijani government's role to revive the Silk Road? Would the Korean companies show interest in this project in the future?
Of course, a lot. Because we also one nation on the Silk Road. In ancient time, we also benefit from the trade on the Silk Road. Our history told us that the Korean people and Turkish people, including Azerbaijan people, exchanged many delegations we did very active trade. But since the collapse of the Mongolian Empire, those connections was cut off from each other. And with the rise of the maritime transportation, the old Silk Road was diminished. But now, after the collapse of Soviet Union, the new Silk Road is now appearing. So our government, also our businessmen as well, they are very keenly interested in the reviving Silk Road, especially the Pakote village, a car railroad will connect again the railway from east with the railway to the Europe. So we are very, very interesting. I'm also firmly believe that your people and your country will also much benefit from the TRASECA and also the new Silk Road.
So, Mr. Ambassador, what's your opinion about the cultural ties between the two countries, and what are the plans for the years to come in this area?
I think many people know about it. Culture is a most important factor in modern diplomacy, because in the era of democracy, the cultural factor is most important for the strengthening cooperation, because mutual understanding is most important for it. Because I'm always putting my first priority on cultural cooperation. Last year, we had 25th anniversary of our diplomatic ties establishment. So, in order to celebrate it, I organized about 15 cultural events, big and small. It was very successful. I still remember more than 2,000 viewers came to our cultural event. It was a very big one. It was held in Hyder Aliya Palace. The big hall of, it was packed with the Azerbaijani viewers. So I would like to say thank you again. In the performance event, I'm happy to show our traditional crème de crème Korean culture, Korean pop song, and Korean old costume fashion show, taekwondo performance, and also traditional musics and dancing. It was a very good event. Yeah, and this year I would like to congratulate 100th anniversary of your the establishment of your republic. In order to commemorate it, I would like to actively participate in every event, and also I will organize many beautiful events to celebrate it. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for being in our program.
Thank you.
Our guest was Korean Ambassador to Azerbaijan, Kim Chang-yu.